Well, you're going back to the pressing. Can Ronaldo do it? You don't have to be overly enthusiastic with your pressing to be a good player to block things off. If you say to him, now, when you goes to the right-sided send-off, make sure it doesn't go to the left side. So stand in the way. So now we know where the ball's going to go. That's what he has to do. He has to be clever with his closing down. You don't have to run at 100 miles an hour and go and close people down to be a good presser of the ball. You have to stop it going into the areas to go past people. And I think Ronaldo should be doing that. Right. He didn't do it at Juventus because there was times when he didn't work at all and he'd walk from one position to the other and he allowed people to play around him. Ten Hag, I think, if he wants Ronaldo to play, he's going to have to get it across to him. That's the job. I don't want you racing around, but make sure we make the opposition predictable.
Everybody's driving me nuts on this thing now. I mean, seriously, the amount of people who never even got a sniff of kicking the ball, who think they know what pressing is. Right. They think they know the inside out what the game is, primarily because everybody's jumping on Twitter and social media and they're all coaches now. I get it. He's 37. We understand, right? If it's not Ronaldo, you want to go and get. Barca have got themselves Lewandowski, right? He's in his 33, 34. Is he going to scuttle around the whole pitch? Is Karim Benzema going to scuttle around the whole pitch for night? No, he's not. And as Stewart said, if you're in a central position, as Ronaldo generally plays now, a coach is not. You're not running 100 yards length of the field back and forward. You're not a midfield dynamo box to box. You just have to make sure you've got a couple of guys outside you if you're playing a front three, that when you go, everybody's in tandem, that you're taking the right positions and you're clever about it. When you realise when it's not a press on, you don't go on your own. This isn't, and I get it, it's not ideal. It's ideal to have a younger person running around. But when you're as clever as he is, and if it's done properly, he doesn't have to be scuttling around all over the place. He's got people that close with him.
Right.
People have got this all wrong. It's as if he was part of Antonio Conte's training session and doing 42 lengths. I wouldn't expect him to do that and come out tops.
What he has to do is be disciplined to make the opposition predictable. And so he's closing. Say that he goes to close the fullback down. He says, "You're not going to come back inside. I'm not going to race across, but you're not going to come back to a centre. You're going to have to play it to your right-sided player." And we all know that's going to the right-sided player now. So we all close and win it back from there. He doesn't have to run at 100 miles an hour all over the pitch.
Now, if you had a Ronaldo through the middle, and I'm just for talking's sake, we've seen people talking about Neymar. If you had those kind of players, what I would call, particularly Neymar and one or two others, kind of lazy, luxury, hugely talented, but, you take them to the water, but you're unlikely to get them to drink. If you had those flanking Ronaldo, that kind of player, whoever it is, then that's a problem.
Right.
But if you have everybody else who's on board and want to play your way, and he's cute enough, it isn't the drama, I don't think, not for a short period, that everybody's making it out to be.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.